This isn't a chest. It's a puzzle box. Some of these destroy their content if they are forced open. Need to be careful. What's this old chest doing here? This is it. The Book of Apologies. To think I had to follow you all the way from Austria to finally get you back.
Sounds great. Really. Are you done yet?
Ow, it hurts. Hurry. Hey, what's taking so long?
Come on, get them all in there.
Is that even possible? I mean, look at them.
Hey guys, I can't take this much longer. What's the holdup?
It's some sort of lock. I've never seen a keyhole shaped like this before. Hold on, Deirdre. We're coming.
Yeah, but how?
I don't know. We gotta find a way.
This has to be all of them, right?
Sure. Now let's get on with this strange door.
Got it. We're coming in.
The break-in was staged. The thief must have come in through the door. No glass on the floor. So the window was broken from the inside. Only a few more. Almost done. Baking powder. All right, let's see. Step 1. 1 cup of sugar. 1 cup of sugar. 2 tablespoons of sugar. This can't be right.
I told you I couldn't keep up with her, so I improvised. I'm 100% certain about the amounts, though.
Let's approach this sensibly. What do we need? All right. Second step. We have to fill the bowl until the weight is just right.
Quick heads up. This is about where things started to go south last time.
Hey!
Let's just trust that Nancy knows what she's doing.
Finally, my favorite part.
I thought your favorite part was eating.
My next favorite part.
Dear goodness.
Joe, could you help me pour while I flip?
Sure thing.
Is all this smoke coming from the pancakes?
These look just a tad burned. We did great, but should probably do a few more. Almost there. Just a few more to go. Here comes some more. This is going great. I think.
Relax. There's no need to rush.
All done. They look super tasty. Let's eat.
Cornmeal.
Do you expect us to eat this? Get it together.
Who deserves a Johnny cake? Time for some cooking. More Johnny cakes coming up. Look at you. So cute. I need to make more like these sometime. Spooky. Absolutely adorable. This came out great. This doesn't look right. Let's scrub this out and try again. Flour.
I want to say I trust your judgment, but this has me a bit worried.
Deirdre acts tough sometimes, but who doesn't get happy from eating homemade pancakes? I think Frank would like these. These are for Joe. On second thought, I guess he would eat any of them. Something for Lauren. With everything that's going on, maybe these can take her mind off things. These are for May. Hope they make her happy. These are just what I imagine Olivia would like. I'm sure Tegan will love these.
I think you've got it. Looks right to me. We're getting there. That's what I tried too. Uh-oh.
1 cup of, 1 spoon of, 1 teaspoon of salt. This one looks fun. I'll do this one. Let's begin.
That looks great. Let's tackle the next step.
Sugar.
Did you seriously cook this for me? What am I to you?
A friend who likes cats?
Oh. Huh. There's actually a cat on here. It is kind of nice of you. Not unexpected, but still. Now please stop looking at me like that before I barf from all your positive friendship energy.
Hey, Frank, this is for you.
For me? Really? That's, so nice of you. I'll eat it right away.
No need to rush. Just thought you could enjoy a snack in between ghost bustings.
Thanks. Yeah, working with Joe can be a handful sometimes, but there's always something fun going on at least. Full of surprises.
You like ghosts, right?
Well, like is a strong word, but extremely interesting is completely appropriate.
Have a look at this.
What? A ghost on a Johnny cake? Did this appear on its own? Did you find a ghost chef?
No, silly, I made it. For you.
Oh, okay, I guess ghosts wouldn't really appear on your dinner. Thanks.
Oh, look at that. A wolf.
Do you like it?
You know, I used to love walking the forest around Salem as a kid. Pretend it was my home. After I moved in with Francis, I would walk the grounds of the estate and find peace among the trees. Yes, it brings back some good memories. Thank you.
Wait, is this for me? Really?
You don't like it. I thought a pirate would be right up your alley.
Oh, wow. It is a pirate. I didn't even notice. I mean, sure. Yeah, it looks good, I guess.
Feel free to have at it.
Sure. Thanks.
Did you make this for me?
Yep. And look, it's got a witch on it.
Oh, how fitting! A witch cake for the resident witch! Aren't you just the sweetest? So thoughtful. You know, seeing this, I think you might have some magical energy flowing through you. With enough flair and a touch of charisma, you could really go a long way as a witch.
Thank you, but I've got my career goals set a little differently. Enjoy the food.
Oh, wow! So cute. I love pumpkins. Did you really make this for me?
I thought you'd like it.
I really do. We always used to carve pumpkins at home for Halloween when we were kids. This brings back memories. Thank you.
I appreciate you coming here, Drew.
I'm just glad you didn't change your mind and leave me at the airport.
Might have crossed my mind. Keep the excessive cheeriness under control, and we'll be fine.
No promises.
Where were you, by the way?
Austria.
Did I interrupt a vacation with Ned?
Didn't you bring me here to help with a case?
Yes, I did. And that's it.
A fire? Was anyone hurt?
Happened in the middle of the night. No one was there, thankfully. The house wasn't completely destroyed, but the person who lived there had to move out. Just so we're clear, this is my case. I know you're a detective and everything, but this is personal. It's family. Well, extended. And from my father's side. But whatever, that's not the point. It's personal. You take my lead, okay?
Of course.
But?
Well, I have done this a couple of times, Deirdre, and in my experience, we can cover twice as much ground if we work side by side.
Respect your experience and whatever, but family trumps experience. It's sensitive, and I don't want you messing it up by being too...
To what?
Too you. You're a question machine. This requires gentle handling. Delicate.
And that's been your approach.
Well, like I say, I need help.
So, can I ask some questions?
Like anyone could stop you.
What do you mean, haunted?
Exactly that. There's ghosts.
Deirdre.
I don't believe it either, Drew. But I can't explain it. Everyone seems to think they exist. With so many sightings, even if it isn't real ghosts, something is definitely going on. I thought that maybe you can disprove them. So would you please get out of my car and come inside? If we're going to work side by side, you'd better learn to keep up with me.
You must be Nancy. Thank you so much for coming.
Why don't we start with your extended family?
They're cousins. The Perrys. Parry.
Oh, like in fencing.
Yes. Tegan is the older one. May is younger. They had a difficult childhood, okay? And now May is suspected of committing arson on the most important historic mansion in Salem. And I know it's not true. I know it.
What can you tell me about May? What does Tegan think about this?
She has a reputation as a troublemaker. Seems like a loner to me. Maybe a bit odd at times. Sometimes she can even sense things before they happen.
Odd how?
I don't know. Troubled teen stuff, difficult time as a kid. Oddest thing is, she won't give an alibi.
That would be seen as suspicious.
That's the problem. Everyone is so suspicious of her. Prejudice, I guess. Because of... well, you'll see.
Sounds like we should talk to her soon.
Where do you think we're going? She's worried about May, obviously. Tegan isn't like May. She's upstanding. She works at the Salem Museum and doesn't know a thing about criminal cases, which is why she contacted me.
One more question. What can you tell me about this historic mansion?
It's called the Hathorn House, and it's old. Like really old. And now it's been set on fire.
Nothing else significant about it?
Well, yeah, a lot of things. But one that's kinda why you're here.
Which is why.
The Hathorn house is haunted. Well,
I think Jason is lying to us. I'm hoping the CCTV footage will prove it.
bad news. The footage isn't sorted. We need to put it together in a timeline.
This car looks like our best lead.
I swear I saw one just like this parked outside the courthouse. We should check it out. It's a shame we can't make out the perp's face.
Perp?
What? Isn't that what you call them?
Suspect, Deirdre. This isn't a crime show.
Well, I kind of like using it. Maybe that's my calling card. And yours is, well, whatever it is that you do.
Thanks.
For what?
I think that's the first compliment you've ever given me. It's not a very good one, but I'll take it.
Don't get used to it, Drew. Come on.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi, so sorry to bother you at this hour, but we're here to meet with Judge Danforth, and he seems to be locked inside his office.
He said you might have a key.
Sorry, I gave him my spare. Unbelievable. Does this ever end?
Oh, well then, do you have a paperclip?
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what business do you two have with the judge?
We're helping the judge with a case.
Anything I can assist you with?
Thanks, but I think we got it. No need for a lawyer. At least, not yet.
The diploma gave me away, huh?
Aside from the cold coffee you're still drinking and the deluxe open box of sticky tabs, yeah, you could say I know the type really well.
Nancy Drew, you really are your father's daughter. It's nice to finally meet you.
You know my dad?
Small world. If you need any assistance or more paper clips, feel free to ask.
Hi, sorry to bother you, but we were looking for Judge Danforth's office.
Just across the hall. Why? What did you two girls do?
We didn't do...
I'm kidding. Alicia Cole, Esquire.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy Drew, and this is Deirdre Shannon. You're a lawyer.
Salem's best. The only practicing lawyer in the historic town limits, if you could believe it. And if you girls were in any trouble, I'd have no problem representing you. You both have that innocent look. Juries love it.
So you're saying we could get away with a crime?
We?
No? Partners in crime?
Sorry to bother you, Miss Cole. We'll check in with the judge. Have a good evening.
So, how did your meeting go with the judge?
Informative. But he's not telling us everything.
Don't worry. Come back tomorrow. He'll be in a better mood then. Are you Carson Drew's daughter?
How could you possibly guess that? It's the hair, isn't it?
No, I see him in you. It's more than just looks.
I didn't know you and my father knew each other.
Know him enough. If you need any help, Nancy, please feel free to ask. Good night. So, how did your meeting go with the judge?
Informative. But he's not telling us everything.
Don't worry. Come back tomorrow. He'll be in a better mood then. Miss Drew, how can I help you?
Hi, Miss Cole.
Alicia, please.
Oh, same. Nancy.
Great. So what do you need, Nancy? Any more paper clips, staplers, or perhaps a hammer drill?
I'm more of a pneumatic nail gun type myself.
Ha ha. Nice.
You have a hammer drill in here.
In my closet. I'm a bit of a home improvement junkie. You have to be when you live in a house built in the 1800s.
Well, thanks, but I don't need any of those things. I do have some questions, though. You mind if I take 5 minutes of your time?
Please. I don't mind.
Would you mind telling me what you were doing 3 days ago?
You're a regular sleuth, aren't you? Picking up other cases now?
Not exactly. It's kind of related to the Hathorn house.
Yeah, let's see. I was home watching Jason cut the stump out of my front yard.
You hired Jason Danforth for that?
He's cheap. And he can't say no because he needs the money. Plus, I kind of like watching him suffer a little.
I wouldn't know why.
You know, I could use someone like you. A lawyer is always in need of a good private investigator. If your father would be okay with you working for someone else.
Alicia, I'm my own woman. I work for myself. But you've been very helpful, and I really appreciate it.
Good. Well, when you solve this case, let's talk.
I'm sure you've heard about the burglary in the court's evidence room. I just met Jason Danforth. Do you know who has access to the evidence room? Do you have access to any of the CCTV footage? Did you know that the break-in was faked? Do you happen to have the code for the evidence room door? So it's safe to say you weren't here during the theft. Do you know Lauren Holt? Why did you bring your hammer drill to the office? What did you mean when you said the people here are not your type?
Yes, unbelievable. You know, I've started asking myself, what is happening to this town? It used to be such a safe place. And now we have arson and break-ins. I'm worried there's a pattern of escalation here. I mean, is this the kind of place I want to raise children in?
Oh, you're trying to start a family.
I mean, yes. But with the amount that I work, when is there any time? I barely have enough time to do my hair in the morning, let alone go on a date after work. And to be honest, the type of people living in a place like Salem is, well, not really what I'm into. How about you?
I have a boyfriend.
Really? He doesn't accompany you on your investigative trips?
Well, he's in college right now, and we see each other when we can.
Uh-huh. You been dating long?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Okay.
No one said it was easy, but we figure out how to make it work.
All I'll say is, most men don't understand what we go through. We have to fight to get a seat at their table, and then they want us to go home and be family makers. Some unsolicited advice from one working woman to another? Don't let his plans get in the way of yours.
Of course, they don't.
What did you think? Kinda cute, huh?
Not the adjective I would use.
Different tastes.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like a fast food cheeseburger with extra cheese. And I'm more of a home-cooked meal kind of gal.
What can I say? I love cheese.
So you know him well?
I know him. He does odd jobs for me sometimes. Doesn't hurt that he's easy on the eyes. He is kinda dumb, though.
I wouldn't really know, to be honest.
Listen, spare yourself the headache and just avoid him. Trust me, not much substance. He loves his car. That's all you really need to know. As far as I know, just myself and the judge.
That's interesting.
Look, I don't like saying this, but the judge occasionally leaves the evidence room unlocked. The man even locked himself in his own office, for pity's sake. Not that it matters. I was told the burglar came from the outside. No, sorry. I think that's the judge's purview. Sorry, I'm not following.
Whoever broke in entered the evidence room without actually having to break anything. They tried to make it look like they broke in from outside, but they came in through the door.
I told the judge to lock that door. And considering how lax security is around here, I mean, you just walked right in. It could have been anyone. I'm just glad we upgraded the security since then. Nope, sorry. He hasn't given that to me yet. And knowing him, he's probably already lost it. Are you liking me for this crime, Nancy?
No, I don't like anyone for this crime. Or any other crime for that matter. Just doing my research.
I was not here. I was running errands around town. Busy, busy, busy. 3 days ago. All day or...
Well, any info would be helpful.
Actually, why are you interested in this?
I was in Austria 3 days ago and witnessed a theft of a historical artifact there that, surprisingly, I believe is connected to this theft.
I see. I was talking to your father about that case.
Really?
Yeah. We chat sometimes. About work, mostly.
Okay.
Ask him.
Sure.
Owner of Luminous Infusions. Resident of the Hathorn Estate Carriage House.
So do you know her?
Absolutely. I represent her.
How's the case going?
Well, that's a bit of a confidentiality issue. But you are the daughter of a lawyer. So, without a will, there is no case. No one has been able to find it.
And without the will, the house goes to the state.
The law is the law. I can try to get a delay. But we've already delayed twice, and the state doesn't care that someone lives there. It's a tough world out there. Well, after the burglary, we realized that this place was in dire need of higher security. I ordered the keypad online and used the drill to mount it. I just keep forgetting to bring the drill back home with me.
That's impressive.
Yeah, still ended up calling a professional when the thing wouldn't stop beeping. Oh, you probably know by now. You've been around town, right?
I have.
It's all people with minds as small as the town itself. I don't mean to sound harsh, but you can only meet so many with the same mindset before you see a pattern.
That's interesting. Did something happen?
Oh, nothing much. Sometimes I just wish this place would be a bit bigger, you know? More progressive. Imagine a revitalized town.
Do you think that could happen?
A woman can dream. Whoa, what? We don't knock anymore?
You left your door open.
Actually, that was Damien Faulkner. He's my intern.
You have an intern. I haven't seen him.
He's around. Someone has to make the coffee here. I'm swamped most days, and I could barely trust Judge Danforth with a flashlight.
Oh, I mean, he's not that inept.
You're right. That was mean. Anyway, what can I help you with?
Doing some follow-ups with the arson. Where were you that night? I spoke with Lauren. She mentioned you have a key. Have you heard or seen any ghosts in Salem?
Are you asking for my alibi?
Well, yes, if you don't mind.
I was at a charity fundraiser, saving the piping plovers. Anyone in this town that works in an official capacity can vouch for me. Are you interviewing any of them?
I don't think I'll need to.
I'm a little bit surprised you'd even ask.
Just being thorough.
I can respect that. A key?
To the Hathorn house.
It's the only copy. Don't lose it. Oh, and this really isn't supposed to be in your hands. If someone finds you with it, I might have to say you stole it.
I'll make sure to be discreet. Thanks.
Here to help, Nancy. Hey, next time, please knock before entering. Okay? Where's the camera? Are we on some show here?
Everyone I've interviewed claims there are ghosts here.
Ugh, this town. People here never cease to amaze me with their stupidity. You seem like a smart gal. I expect you not to be swept up by all this nonsense.
So I'll take that as a no. For the record, I don't believe in ghosts either.
That's why I like you.
But I do think it's curious that everyone else here believes they exist or has actively seen them. Don't you think that's interesting?
It's just Salem. So stuck in the past, its people see ghosts everywhere.
A demolition offer for the Hathorn house. Why in the world would Alicia have this? Judge, everything okay?
What in the Sam heck is a Bitcoin?
A Bitcoin? It's a cryptocurrency.
A what?
It's a decentralized digital currency.
All these new made-up digital things just go too far, if you ask me. Nothing's ever been wrong with good old American Benjamins.
One quick question for you, Judge. Do you remember where you were on the night the Hathorn house was burned?
Of course. I was having dinner with my son. It was a very expensive dinner because Jason got the 64-ounce tomahawk chop. And I paid for it like I always do. Ha! You actually suspect me of committing this crime?
No. I just like to get the full picture of who was where, when.
Oh, good.
Do you mind me asking what you were doing 3 days ago?
That would be the day you visited Mosam Castle. Are you asking for an alibi, Miss Drew?
I'm just trying to confirm what everyone was doing the day that the Book of Apologies was stolen.
I know it was stolen. But you know I'm the one that called your dad to have you go look for it to begin with.
Right. But other people might say they were with you.
I was at Salem District Court all day, so unless you're interviewing the fine folks who stole eggs from a plover's nest at Winter Island Beach, or triple parked outside the Wax Museum during the middle of the Harvest Festival, I highly doubt my schedule will have crossover with any of the alibis you're following up on.
Right. Thank you, Judge. Also, I thought you should know there's a car parked outside in the handicapped spot.
Huh, you don't say. I'll have it taken care of. Goodbye now.
Okay, distract me, Drew, so I don't go back in there and smash things.
With what?
Tell me some inane detail from your life so I feel better. One where you come off badly. I know. Tell me what Ned said when you told him you saw a ghost.
Oh, shoot, I totally forgot. I said I'd call him back and I didn't.
You forgot? Do you even want a boyfriend, Drew? Because that is a fine young man some other girl might appreciate more than you.
Some other girl?
Yes, like a nice girl who knows him well and thinks he's cute and would remember to call.
You know I'm a detective, right? This mystery girl, not so mysterious.
Shucks, I was trying to throw you off with nice. Oh, come on. You're in no danger from me, Drew. You could never call Ned again, and he'd still be sitting by his phone waiting for you.
Maybe. After this, I'm going with him on vacation. No cases.
I think you'd hate that. You need a case. You're a mystery addict. Get him to help. Romance, adventure, a tropical location with stunning sunsets.
That actually sounds like an amazing idea.
I know. Also, I hate you.
Thanks, Deirdre.
Nancy, how's my favorite daughter doing?
Only daughter.
That too. You okay? How's the case coming along?
Not well. I have a bunch of alibis, but I'm missing something. Then there's the book of apologies that's been stolen, and the arson, and a break-in at the courthouse.
Hey, slow down. Let's focus on one person at a time. Who's on your list?
I want to talk about Jason Danforth. Tegan Perry runs the museum in the center of town. May Perry is the primary suspect for the arson. There's a woman who claims to be a real witch, Olivia Ravencroft. Lauren Holt is the supposed heir of the Hathorne House estate. Judge Danforth, Alicia Cole, is helping Lauren Holt, the supposed heir, with paperwork.
The judge's son?
He's a real piece of work.
I think the judge probably agrees with you. I don't know him personally, but I've heard stories.
He claims that during the time in which the accused witch's evidence was stolen, he was helping Alicia Cole. I guess he does work for her.
Okay. Accused witches are...
claimants against the Hathorne estate. They're trying to take control of the property as reciprocity for their ancestors having that land and life stolen from them by the original Judge Hathorne.
And that's valid?
According to the judge, yes. But back to Jason. It sounds like he's short of cash constantly. But I see him driving a fancy car around town. Looks like he lives a pretty comfortable lifestyle to me.
Money is always a prime motivator. He could be receiving money from someone to commit one of these crimes, or he could have a financial stake in the property. The fact that he's tying his alibi to Alicia is interesting.
But if he was tied into the Hathorne House estate, I can only imagine that it's through his father.
The judge? Is he on your list?
Everyone is a suspect until they aren't. You taught me that.
Right. Okay. Who else? The gatekeeper of the town.
You mean like the keeper of the town's history?
Exactly. Anyone who runs a museum has a vested interest in keeping that history alive. I don't know Tegan, but I don't doubt that she feels some ownership over the town's past, present, and future.
So she wouldn't want to destroy Hathorne House.
But?
Well, she runs the Accused Witches organization. She's very passionate about their cause, like extremely. And she wants to erect an Accused Witches monument, possibly on the Hathorne estate.
Being passionate and being destructive are two different motivations. It's not impossible, but it is implausible. Burning down the oppressor's monument to replace it with her own? Seems plausible. Who else? And why is she the prime suspect?
She's the only one who won't give an alibi for the night of the Hathorne House arson.
I see.
And she's been in trouble for a fire before, when she was a kid. Seems people want to believe the worst of her. She has a reputation for being weird and a loner.
None of that explains why she won't give an alibi now.
She plain refuses. Seems to me like she's doing it to protect someone.
Or a group.
Her sister runs the Accused Witches. But May doesn't seem too invested in their cause.
She could be protecting multiple people. Maybe the whole town is in on it. I think uncovering her alibi is the key to unlocking this whole case.
Yeah, you're probably right. If I could only get her to talk to me.
That's quite the name.
She's quite the personality. She lures everyone to her witch tour in the square, performing street magic. It's really something.
She sounds like an entrepreneur.
But would she be motivated to burn down a historic building in her own town?
Could add to the value of her tour. The myth of the cursed town of Salem.
She also pushes this whole ghost narrative, suggesting a restless spirit might be responsible for the arson of Hathorne House, that they were set loose by a coven of modern witches seeking revenge.
That could be a play to make money from tourism. It's cynical, but in today's day and age, I don't doubt it.
There's something interesting about the whole coven thing, though. Not cracked it yet.
Witches in Salem. Careful with that.
You know I am. Also, I discovered she uses smoke bombs in her magic shows.
Could be a pyrotechnical accident.
Or intentional.
Yes. Who else? Why supposed?
She's the adopted daughter of the previous owner, Francis Tuttle, and while Lauren claims there's a will, no one has been able to find it.
How did her relationship with Ms. Tuttle seem to you?
Close, But then wouldn't Frances have kept the will available if that was the case? Either way, I struggle to justify why she would burn down the house.
Oh, any number of reasons. She could feel that the house is Ms. Tuttle's and refuses to let it pass into anyone else's hands. If any of these other players have their eyes on repurposing it as a museum or entertainment venue, she could view that as an affront to Ms. Tuttle's memory.
Well, she also lives there. Not in the burned part, in a separate carriage house.
By burning it, perhaps she hopes to ruin the chance of anyone else using it, and to stay on the property indefinitely. Okay?
Look, he's coming on strong trying to pin the crime on a girl without any evidence. It's a bit...
strange.
Unbecoming. He's supposed to be impartial, but he's really going after this one teenage girl, May.
Well, look, he was like a mentor to me in college. We've kept in touch, but I do not know all the details of his situation. Is he in financial trouble? Is this a ploy to get a piece of property? I don't know.
Which would be ironic because that's exactly what Judge Hathorne did in 1692. But May isn't involved, at least from what I can see, in the question of ownership of the house.
Could be about the people May is related to. Go after her as means to hurt the ones she loves. It's extremely unsettling for a judge to do that, but it has happened before.
Alicia claims she was running errands around town.
Oh, she was.
She was.
Yeah, I was talking to her on the phone about Lauren Holt's case. Ha! Look at that. I'm confirming her alibi. Well, that doesn't happen very often. I think I discovered one inconsistency in your case. Jason Danforth wasn't with Alicia Cole the day the AW evidence was stolen. I talked to Alicia for a few hours, including during the time of the burglary.
You have the times nailed down.
Danforth mentioned them when we talked about getting the Book of Apologies.
Thanks, Dad. This is super helpful. Nice work.
It's all you, kiddo. Let me know how it goes. Good luck.
Can I help you, Miss Drew?
I'm here for the CCTV footage. You know, I just realized I never followed up with you two about what you were doing on the day the AW evidence was stolen.
Yes. You can use this on the evidence room computer. You know where that is, right?
Yeah, I found the PIN code here. Remember?
Of course you did. Now run along.
Run along?
You know, Nancy, this detective thing is really sweet and all, but we are in the middle of something important here, okay?
What are you doing?
Initiating the process of handing over Hathorne House to the state so it can be turned into a museum.
What?
It's our only option.
But you work for Lauren. It's her home.
And I'm getting her an extra 90 days before she's evicted, which is 90 more than she would have had without me. So we're a little busy right now, because we need to file this by the end of the day.
And May Perry?
What about May Perry?
Is she being charged?
I won't discuss this. It's an active criminal investigation. But from what I've heard, an arrest will happen later today. So please, can you both leave us?
Come on, Deirdre. I have the drive. A CCTV camera. There might be footage from the day of the break-in. Should ask the judge about this.